Y'all ever heard of bussies? I'll tell you what, I tried it for the first time the other day. Loved it. Didn't think I would, but I love bussies. Big fan of bussies now.
Welcome to my channel.
I'm gonna be all up in your feet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cut to the chase. You know why you're here. I know why I'm here. It's time to talk about My Little Pony. Make Your Mark. Bridal Woodstock in Chapter 4-2, I guess. I don't know. Again. Oh, God. Alright, look. If I'm being completely 100% honest with you guys, I just gotta get this out the way because of, yeah, that, which, thank you, by the way. I really do appreciate it. But also, I want to give this show a second chance, if you will. Has it improved? Has it gotten better? Will I not want to rip my hair out every time I see this monstrosity on my screen? Well, let's start off with the first special of the new season, My Little Pony Bridal Woodstock.
End it right now, please. They are singing.
Alright, so this time Izzy leads the gang to a mysterious forest that's a little spooky. This is the Bridalwood Forest. Izzy then explains why she brought them there. You see, the Bridalwood Forest right now is going through a Luma Bloom phase, if you will. What is a Luma Bloom phase?
Every moon season for 1 week only, all of the plants and stuff in this part of Bridalwood go all wild and glowy.
Yeah, whatever the fuck she just said. Then Pip starts talking. Oh, my bad. She means that, oh wow, I love it, yay!
I love it. It makes me want to sing.
Please don't sing. Then after Pip sings, these bug creatures start to fly around her. Then Pip is like, OMG, I gotta catch it on cam. These fellas, they hate because I got all of this and they still selling grams. Then Pip gets the bright idea, instead of just capturing this moment for herself, that she should be able to share it with the rest of Equestria. So she decides to start a musical festival right here in Bridalwood Forest. Ah, but you see, but Izzy said,
But Izzy said the bloom only lasts a week.
so they gotta get moving, and they gotta get moving fast. Then cut to Izzy about to leave the forest with the rest of the gang, but then all of a sudden she hears a whisper from the Bridalwood Forest. Ooh. How will this affect the plot? Oh, you'll see. Also, great time management, Pip. A week's notice to make a whole music festival? That sounds like a great idea, Pip. That's why you're the smart one. Nothing could possibly go wrong. We then cut to Pip making plans for the new festival. Oh boy, I sure do love me some good old pepperoni pizza. Except take out the pepperoni. Pip is excited, and she explains to Izzy before that she needs some help before planning this Bridal Woodstock festival at the Bridalwood Forest. While Pip is making all these demands to Izzy, Izzy then raises a concern with Pip. The spot that she picked out for the music festival is a little haunted by these creatures known as the Troggles. She then explains that it's a unicorn myth that if people sing or talk too loudly in the Bridalwood Forest, things get jinxy. Then Pip is like, don't worry about it, I'm stupid. And then Izzy's like, okay. So then we got to the gang at May Melody planning the new music festival that's gonna happen. So then Pip is like, we're gonna have Rolling Loud, but it's gonna be Ice Spice and Sweetie. Don't forget Meg the Stallion and the queen herself, Coi Leray. Then Zip is like, how are we supposed to get these people again? And then dumbass Pip is all like, oh, I'm not gonna get them, you're gonna get them. I'm gonna do everything else but get the music guests. Pip then starts listing off musical artists that could possibly headline the Luma Bloom Festival. These artists include Electric Blue, a rock band from the 80s, Ruby Jubilee, the celebrity guest cameo, Sophia Wilde. And if I play her music right here on YouTube for more than 4 seconds, that's probably 4 seconds too many. Then Pip is like, we need a Earth Pony band to round out all the music acts that's gonna perform at our festival. Then Sunny proposes a band she listened to when she was a child, the Dreamlands, another 1980s band that resembles the My Little Pony from the 80s. Now if it was me, I get some good old Benny the Butcher. Yeah. Then they all decide to split up to get each band respectively. We then cut to Zip trying to get Electric Blue, but before she can talk to them, she tells them, can we speak somewhere more private, all away from this paparazzi. Damn, I hate these niggas. We then cut to Zip trying to persuade Electric Blue to perform at the Luma Bloom Festival. She's having a hard time persuading them to join the music festival, but in a last ditch effort, she says that they'll be headlining the Luma Bloom Festival, and then Electric Blue agrees. We then cut to Pip and Izzy about to convince Ruby Jubilee, but it turns out that Ruby Jubilee can't join them today because she has a case of creative block. So then Pip and Izzy try to figure out what's going on. They then meet up with Ruby Jubilee, begging her to join the music festival. They then try to convince her more by showing video on their phones. Did I mention mention how much I hate phones in MLP, by the way? Anyways, they then show a video of the Luma Bloom happening right there at Bridlewood Forest. Ruby then gets excited again and starts getting inspired, but that's not enough to convince her just yet. Until all of a sudden, Pip makes the proposition of, you guessed it, she's gonna headline the music festival. And I can already see where this is going. Oh god. Some things never change, MLP. We then get to Sunny and Hitch trying to convince the Daylands to join the Luma Bloom festival. We see the return of Hitch's grandma.
Right foot creep, walking with it.
Auntie then tells Sunny and Hitch that she can't do it anymore, and that nobody cares about their stupid girl group band, and that the group broke up a long time ago, and they aren't on the same page anymore. But then Hitch's grandma pulls out a key lime pie. This is enough for her to say, we're in, but on one condition. They don't want to be pushed to the side like the other old timers. So what does Sunny do? Sunny then makes them the headliners of the show. God, oh brother, yippee! I sure do love me some forced conflict that's gonna happen. Just wait. Then after meeting up at the house to confirm that they got all the music artists they wanted for the event, they then go to Bridlewood Forest to set up the music festival that's happening this week. But not before everybody looks at them weird. All the unicorn locals are acting strange because of the Troggle myth that Izzy mentioned earlier in this special. Then Pip does some promo for the Luma Bloom festival that's coming up. Then everybody questions Pip, being like, are you sure we should have the music festival here? You know, the unicorn people were kinda like suspicious about these Troggle things happening. Are you sure we should have it here? And good old Plot Petals is all like, don't worry, it'll be fine. It won't be fine, but it'll be fine regardless. You know, I haven't done any criticisms, quote unquote, at this special yet, mainly because it's just happening. Like, it's not bad, nor is it good. Like, things are just happening. It's just bland. It's mediocre. It's fine. I feel like it could be doing something more, but it's just happening. It's kind of the issue I had with the first special of this series. It's kind of just there, and like some stuff is gonna happen, but the journey getting there has just been uneventful so far. But going back to the special, we then cut to the Daylands at Main Melody trying to practice for the big performance that's coming up at Bridal Woodstock. But they can't get along. They can't decide what song to do or get the coordination right for their dances on stage. At one point, they just say they're washed.
This isn't working, Minty. Snuzzle is right. Why did we agree to this anyway? We're washed up.
Eminem who? Also, a lot of these issues would be fixed if the stage wasn't like 3 feet long. Hello? You couldn't have picked a slightly bigger stage for them to stand on and practice on? Then Sunny gives an okay speech about being yourself and not changing for the youth. I don't fucking know. Then we cut to Zip and, what is this guy's name? Hitch, that's his name. I'm sorry. Trying to get some more information about the Troggles by investigating some local unicorns in the area. Unsurprisingly, they don't get any answers, so they wasted my time. Then Hitch and Zip go to Pip saying, hey, we have some concerns about these Troggles that the locals keep talking about. You sure you want to continue with this festival? And then Pip is like, oh no, look at this pretty stage. I don't know why Hitch and Zip thought they would get through to Pip. It's like talking to a brick wall with makeup on that's so fabulous. God, this shit is just so painfully okay. It's nothing bad. Nothing is bad that's happening except for other than that, it's just it's whatever, I guess. Then finally the festival happens. Everybody's enjoying themselves. Things are happening on screen. Look at the pretty things that are happening. Yay! Colors! Woo! This baby one is Baba too. Then Hitch and Zip meet up with Izzy for some more Troggle propaganda, but not before they get all festival ready. And they look fabulous! Oh my god, Hitch looks so fab. I want to be just like him. Put a fucking bullet in my head. Then after standing in line for hours for some french fries and ketchup, oh my bad, dipping sauce, Pip then takes away Hitch and Zip from the line and tells them that it's a festival emergency. Oh my god, guys, we have a problem. These two bands think that they're the headliners. And then Zip is like, yeah, about that. Then Pip gets mad at her, even though she did the exact same thing. And then Sunny comes on screen with the Daylands, or the Dreamlands, I don't know, saying that they're the headliners. Uh-oh, who would have guessed? All 3 bands think they're the headliners. Wow, I didn't see that one coming. You know, this could have been solved with a couple of phone calls and a couple of meetings with their agents, but Pip is too fucking stupid to do that. I swear to god, this character is so ignorant to what is happening and planning this festival, but it'll all be fine. Pip makes this funny face, but then we move on. Oh, but don't worry. All that shit that I just said like 5 seconds ago doesn't matter. Throw it out the window, because you know why? Pip is gonna headline now. Who is writing this? Oh god. Whatever, we move on. We then cut to the Bridal Woodstock Festival festival about to begin. All the lights are going off, and everybody's excited to go to the stage to see the musical act. Pip then introduces Ruby Jubilee to open up the show, but what's that thing in the background? Oh, you'll see. And then Ruby Jubilee then proceeds to sing the most corporate, soulless, bland, vapid, boring, did I mention annoying, unimaginative, cash grab songs that I've ever heard. And it just reeks of Hasbro trying to get you to stream our album on Spotify. Man, fuck all this shit. Where's the Lil Uzi vertical? At least their music and aesthetic is better than this hunk of hot garbage that I'm watching on my screen. Then all of a sudden, while Ruby Jubilee is performing her song, her voice goes out and she can't sing anymore. And it's all due to, oh my god, they look so bad. What are they? Why do they look like that? They look like discount boos from Super Mario. What is this? So the Troggles start taking everybody's voices and start wreaking havoc on the festival. Then Zip is like, guys, we gotta save the day. And then Izzy tells the old jinxie tale about how to defeat the Troggles, and it's by using red rubies. The gang then quickly tries to get the rubies off the stage, but it's stuck on super tight. But don't you worry, you know what time it is? Sunny the Perfect Alicorn time. That's what time it is. So then Sunny the Perfect Alicorn just magic waves the show stage so that the crystals just fly off and that the gang can use to give to the Troggles so that way they go away. This is the most anticlimactic shit I've ever seen in the show so far. So after they quote unquote defeat the Troggles, Pip then comes on stage and gives an apology. You know, it's real funny because I don't remember asking. Then they just accept Pip's apology because nobody has a backbone in this town. And then they do the cliche thing at every like kids movie film where they have a song number. Great, another vapid soulless song that they can add to their album so that way they can market this kids bop ass type beat music to the kids watching at home. Put our hooves together. Jesus Christ. Then the shit just fucking ends. Thank God. Alright, what are my thoughts on it? I don't know, man. It was, let me put it like this. It's not as bad as the previous Christmas special because, you know, it's a Christmas special. Nor is it as bad as the debut special that aired. And I don't even think the debut special was that bad. I just thought it was okay. But like, see, that's the thing. This special was ultimately just okay. And I know that's not saying much, but in this case scenario, from what we've gotten from Make Your Mark so far, this is by far the best special that this show has to offer. I'm being 100% serious with this claim. Like, when I first watched this blind on day one with no notes, anything, just watching it as is, I just thought it was okay. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but there were some moments where I was just like, oh, here we go again. The song numbers, the plot point, etc, etc. But I do think this is one of the better specials that Make Your Mark has made. Now that's not saying much, but at least it's something. And I hate that I have to say that because like I would expect at least some sort of quality from the series, but I don't know. I'm a stupid redhead Spider-Man talking into this Blue Yeti microphone about goddamn pastel colorful horses on the internet. Who cares? So ultimately, I just thought that there was nothing in here that I necessarily liked, but there wasn't anything in this special that got on my nerves. Yeah, that's what I thought of Bridal Woodstock. Oh, but wait, there's 6 more episodes of chapter 4. Oh. Alright, you guys know the drill. I'm just gonna speed through these because I don't care. Let's go! Chapter 4, Episode 2, Top Remodel. Alright, so the gang pulls up to this spooky factory, and it's actually the factory from the movie, which is a nice touch. So basically, this episode is about turning the factory into something for the community to be able to use, but also bring a sense of community to the town. Sunny and Izzy then decide to get the opinions of the people who live in Maritime Bay to hear their opinions on what they would like the abandoned building to be. But it turns out it's too much for Sunny and Izzy because they get overwhelmed by people's ideas on what the building should be. While all of this is happening, Zip is also trying to crack the code that Twilight left in the crystals 1 or 2 seasons ago. To many people's delight, not mine though, Sprout is back. I just personally don't care about Sprout, so for the people who do, there you go. There are also these rat things from Zephyr Heights who just live in the building now because they got bored of Zephyr Heights. There's like a whole like song and dance number to get them out of the building so that way they can make it something for the community to enjoy. Didn't care for the song number. The rats were just random to me, but they eventually got the rats out, and Sunny and Izzy made this big multimedia community center where people can shoot shows or make content or just hang out in, and I liked it a lot. So this episode was fine. Outside of the singing and the rats being in the episode, it's just fine. Episode 3, the Jinxie Games. So the episode starts off with Pip and Zip at Sunny's smoothie shack waiting for their mom to come have mother-daughter brunch day. Hitch then comes in unannounced practicing for Forest Critter Field Day. Every couple purple moons, the unicorns in Bridalwood get together and compete in the these games. The gang then go to Bridlewood to investigate to see if their mom is there. Pip and Zip then find their mom hanging out with another surprise return, Alphabettle, at his tea shop while they're having so-called brunch together. Yeah, I know the real reason why Alphabettle invited their mom to brunch, if you get what I'm saying. Pip and Zip, then realizing this, are disgusted that their mom is calling Alphabettle Alfie, and also the fact that there are probably some other activities that are happening behind the scenes that I will spare you the details on. After hearing about the information that their mom may or may not be throwing it back on Alfie, Hitch then interrupts them and asks them if they could Sparky sit Sparky for a second while he's participating in the games.
This poem means a lot to me. It's called Visiting Dignitary Queen Haven of Zephyr Heights is about to make public remarks on the Grand Marshal stage. Pain. Metamorphosis.
Metamorphosis? Metamorphosis! Metamorphosis! I don't know, Sparky's on a tree now because Pip and Zip are incompetent. Then as Hitch is about to win, he sees Sparky about to fall off the tree, even though somebody could just use magic to get him off the said tree. The gang then saves Sparky, and then Hitch just loses the race to some old lady who makes an OSW reference. I don't know. Pip and Zip then accept that their mother is dating Alphabettle, and then the episode more or less just ends. This episode was okay as well. There wasn't anything bad, nothing much else to say. Episode 4, Sunny Side Up. Okay, in this episode, we start off with Opaline and Misty discussing how she didn't get the dragon fire in the last episode, while the others were at the Forest Critter Field Day. Opaline starts yelling at Misty, "What's new?" And then she explains that you've gotta be kidding me. Oh my god. I'm gonna give this the benefit of the doubt. This season's been doing pretty okay so far, so I'm not gonna be quote unquote angry and mad and yeah as I usually do for these YouTube videos. But I'm just sick and tired of this. I'm sick and tired of this. I get it. I understand why they're doing it, so just accept it, I guess. I don't know. I just want something new. Celestia and Luna are not new. That's it. So Opaline explains that she was childhood classmates with Celestia and Luna. Okay. She doesn't really elaborate anymore. She just says that she hates them because everybody gave them attention over her, I guess. Then Opaline sends Misty to her room for failing her for the last time and that she's gonna do something about it. You know, this is reminding me of another sad anime child backstory in MLP that I didn't necessarily like either. But we move on. We then cut to the gang about to open the community center that they made 2 episodes ago for the town to enjoy. The gang then realized that they should make some content so that way they can show the people of Maritime Bay how to use the building they just reopened. The gang then start the show, but things don't go as planned. Sunny and Hitch start having a food fight, but people are liking it on the live stream they're doing, so whatever gets views, baby. Then cut back to Opaline trying to get this dragon egg from this mountain so that way she can power up. She obviously fails and then leaves. We then cut back to Sunny and the gang trying to recreate the magic that they did the last broadcast, but Sunny can't do it this time. She then gives a really decent message about being yourself and chasing likes and content creation in general. Then we get to Misty. Misty then says she doesn't want to capture Sparky the baby dragon because she's conflicted because if she doesn't do it, she thinks that Opaline won't give her cutie mark. I will talk about this more in the last episode of this season, but we'll put a pin in this. Sunny and Hitch then attempt to have a honest broadcast of Sunny Side Up and say that it's the first and last broadcast that they will ever do at the Multimedia Center. But then everybody just books a session at the Multimedia Center, so everybody wins, yay. And Opaline tells Misty that they're gonna go after the dragon egg that she found. You know, this episode is okay. I like how the season is flowing into each episode and the Misty stuff has really been developing as we go along, but it's a fine episode. You're noticing a pattern here? Episode 5, the masquerade ball? I'm sorry, I almost had a goddamn stroke reading that title, but anyways, we see the gang at Main Melody getting a makeover. Oh my god! Look at Hitch's nails. He looks so fab. I'm not gay, I swear to god, this is just for the video. We then see the gang getting ready for the masquerade ball up at Zephyr Heights. Misty then joins the gang after being quote unquote ungrounded by Opaline and was told to stay in the lair. She obviously says F that and then joins her friends to go to the masquerade ball. Sunny then brings up the dance she wants to do at the masquerade ball. Why does she want to do this dance so badly? I don't know. Don't ask me. Then I'm gonna keep it a buck. Some boring shit happens. I don't care. Fast forward a little bit. We then see Zip and Misty in the secret Zephyr Heights library. Zip then finally confronts Misty about what she's been hiding. She tells Zip that she doesn't have a cutie mark. Misty then cries. Then Zip is like, no, it's okay to be different. And then they sing Kumbaya. Then Sunny and the gang start to do the unity dance. It's just a song number. You know, I'm just starting to think that they have these song numbers in these episodes just to sell their new album on Spotify. So after that waste of time, the gang was like, wow, we had a great time. Yo, Misty, you know, you should should hang out with us more. Misty's then like, yeah guys, haha, I gotta go, bye. Then Opaline returns back to the lair and reveals that she got the dragon stone, but they still need a dragon fire to power it up. Zip then looks at the Alicorn book that Misty found in the library, and it turns out that Misty took the pages out before anybody noticed. This is one of the weaker episodes of this season. I didn't like this episode very much, mainly the fact that nothing was happening. I mean, the character work with Misty and Zip were alright, but I still don't know who Misty is as a person. She was told that being different is okay, but I still don't know who Misty is, if that makes any sense. But it got the job done. Everything else in this episode is irrelevant to me, or I just didn't care about. And the Unity dance?
Are you in defeat?
Episode 6, A Little Horse. It's a Pip episode, so automatically my interest is at an all-time low. In this episode, Pip gets sick and they need to help her get back to normal. Just one small problem. This is a Tell Your Tale episode. This is literally the episode from Tell Your Tale, A Day in the Life, where Pip also gets sick. So now they're just recycling Tell Your Tale episodes. Yippee! So you know what I did? I put this bitch on 2x speed and didn't look back. I don't care. Because if this show is not gonna care, then why should I? Oh, we're here. We finally did it. We made it to the end game. Episode 7, Missing the Mark. So here I go. And if I get some details wrong or miss anything, I'm sorry. Misty steals Sparky. Opaline then takes Sparky to a near-death situation outside of her window to siphon the dragon energy out of him into the dragon stone. Misty feel bad. Misty then tells Sunny and friends that Sparky's been kidnapped and she knows where his location is. So they rush to get him. The gang then starts to question why Misty knows where he is and all this information. And how did you see this? Misty then shrugs it off like, They then go to Opaline's lair. Spoiler alert, they get captured. It's then revealed that Misty's been working for Opaline all this time. And he's like, we were friends. And then Misty's like,
I ain't felt like this in a long time. I ain't had shit in a long time.
I'm extra sad now. Then Sunny's like, guys, I can't believe Misty betrayed us. Come on, MLP. You cannot sit here and tell me that this shit wasn't the most predictable thing this entire show has ever done. But Misty have change of heart. Misty then comes back to save the gang, even though they don't want her back because she stabbed them in the back. This drama is as deep as a 13-year-old's favorite Juice WRLD song, with the Bart Simpson VHS edits in the background. So Misty helps them break out, then gets her cutie mark, then Misty tricks Opaline into thinking that she got captured, they free Sparky, and then Sunny and Opaline have a top 5 anime battle moments of all time. Like, okay, yes, you may be right in the fact that this is, so far, this is quote-unquote peak Make Your Mark content, but have you seen what we've gotten so far? Everything has led up to this moment, this mediocre story that we've gotten, but not in mediocre bad, but mediocre meh is now peak. Sunny fighting Opaline is like, okay. Also, I don't like the fact that everybody just stands there and watches Sunny fight Opaline after they encourage Sunny and then Sunny becomes the perfect Alicorn. Like there's some sort of like cheerleader squad. I guess this isn't Make Your Mark's fault as opposed to, this is more so a writing trope problem in many shows, not just this one, but I don't know. And I want to ask you guys, what are your thoughts on this? On Sunny fighting Opaline? I'm genuinely curious because I just thought it was okay, nor was it the greatest thing ever. I just thought it was fine. But then after Sunny overpowers Opaline, the gang just says, alright, and then they just fucking dip. Wow, the disrespect to fucking Opaline. Not even like a monologue. They just leave. They then return home to nurse Sparky back to health. And then Misty comes in out of nowhere and is like, guys, I'm sorry. And then the gang is like, lol, we forgive you. What you did was wrong. Very wrong. But we forgive you. Even the way they explain why they are sorry to Misty is so cookie cutter and generic that I almost completely forgot that Misty is still with Opaline. Yeah, you heard me right. Nothing has changed. Okay, the gang now knows Opaline exists and now Misty is secretly on their side. That's all that happened this season. Story-wise, other than everything else just being okay. And now I would like to take out the pin that I put in the Misty episode and unpin it. Misty as a character is nothing, and I don't mean this in a negative way, because I do appreciate the work that went into giving Misty some sort of development this season, but we haven't seen enough of Misty to where I could be 100% sold on Misty. And I know there have been moments in this season, but I still feel like Misty is missing something. Like, who is she? What is she like? Her interests, other than I'm a slave to an evil person and my friends like me. What does she like to do? Literally anything about Misty to make her more in depth than I'm in a bad situation, but my friends treat me right, but my other evil oppressor treat me very, very bad. Okay, I guess. I just wish we knew more of Misty as a person than a device to get the plot moving, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that's it on Misty. They did a decent job with exploring her inner dilemma, but not her herself. We then cut back to Opaline. She says there are more dragons out there. Yeah? And then the scene just cuts, and then that's it. Oh boy, final thoughts. Except not final thoughts time. You see, I'm not gonna do final thoughts this time because so apparently, as I'm recording this, there was some news that dropped. I found this out through Twitter. And if you haven't followed me on Twitter, please follow me on Twitter. I make the banger tweets, like this one. Essentially, Hasbro is giving up on Make Your Mark for the foreseeable future for now. Keyword for now. As we can see in these business slides, if you look very closely at the wording they use and how they talk about Tell Your Tale, it's very apparent that Hasbro does not believe in Make Your Mark as a series, or it's not profitable enough to continue it into next year. We could even see in this business slide right here, stating that Always On episodes will live on Netflix throughout 2024. Also with the combined fact that Hasbro themselves stated that, and I quote, Tell Your Tale will be the one and only show in 2024, end quote. And I think you know where this is going. Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kinda a little burnt out on ponies. I'm not gonna lie to you people. It doesn't help that the recent pony offerings from Tell Your Tale isn't the greatest thing. Hasbro just reaffirming that Tell Your Tale is the quote-unquote future of MLP for now is kinda telling, and I alluded to this on Twitter in a couple of tweets stating that this isn't necessarily bad, but it is a showing that times have changed, that at the end of the day, Hasbro is a children's toy company who sells toys and wants kids to buy them and only cares about their bottom dollar. Yeah, that's great and all, Beat Fox, but what does this have to do with your thoughts on Make Your Mark Chapter 4? Well, I'll tell you. You wanna know my final thoughts on Chapter 4 of Make Your Mark? It's fine. It's okay. Whatever. And also, if you do like this season and think it's great or it's the peak of Make Your Mark or MLP in general, I'm not gonna shit on you because you can have that opinion because nobody's gonna hunt you down and lynch mob you into thinking the wrong way. What? That's stupid. And I'm not gonna do that because I'm not gonna look like a fucking loser. I know. I'm already making this video, so I'm aware before the people come in my comments being like, well, this is a little ironic actually. Shitting on someone for their My Little Pony takes. Who gives a shit? But to get back to what I was saying about my thoughts on Make Your Mark Chapter 4, but I bring this all up because Chapter 4 being okay, but Hasbro not renewing it for next year shows them where their priorities are. This season wasn't that bad. It wasn't. It truly wasn't. But Hasbro doesn't see it that way because you want to know why? They care about their toy sales. And I know I sound like a broken record every time I say this, but what do I say in almost every one of these MLP videos? That My Little Pony is meant for children. At the end of the day, My Little Pony is meant, and more importantly to Hasbro, to be sold to children. And with this being the supposed last year of Make Your Mark content in September and November with Chapter 5 and Chapter 6, because that was also on the business slides as well, but we'll just see how it goes, I guess, when we get to it. But yeah, that's my thoughts on My Little Pony, Make Your Mark, Bridal Woodstock, and Chapter 4. It wasn't bad, it wasn't good, it was just there. To me, at least. See you next time where I don't talk about ponies for a bit. Just a tiny bit, because like I said previously in this video, I'm a little burnt out on the ponies. And I hope you guys would understand where I'm coming from. Why do you think this video was a little later than usual? It should have came out last month, but oh well! Your boy Beat Fox needs a little bit of a break. I'm talking about stupid old pip pedals every 5 seconds, you know? And I'm sorry that this video is a little bit later than planned, but whatever. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye. Also, feet. Feet.